Data analysis and presentation of research findings. Qualitative data analysis techniques for legal research. Introduction. Dear listeners, qualitative data analysis stands as a cornerstone in legal research, offering a nuanced approach to interpreting non-numerical data such as texts, interviews, and observations. This methodological paradigm is instrumental in unraveling complex legal phenomena, discerning patterns, and generating profound insights that quantitative methods may overlook. The following section delves into various qualitative analysis techniques tailored specifically for legal research, including content analysis, thematic analysis, and grounded theory approaches. By employing these rigorous and systematic qualitative analysis methods, researchers can significantly enhance the credibility and depth of their legal studies, contributing to a more comprehensive understanding of the law and its societal implications. Qualitative data in legal research encompasses a wide array of non-numerical information, including case law, legislative texts, and interview transcripts. This data type is particularly valuable in addressing research questions that explore the nuances of legal processes, reasoning, and theoretical development. Content analysis in legal research. Content analysis serves as a fundamental technique in legal research, offering a systematic approach to examining textual data. This method can be applied quantitatively, focusing on frequencies of specific terms or concepts, or qualitatively, delving into the contextual meanings within legal documents. To conduct content analysis, researchers first develop a coding scheme tailored to their research questions. This process involves identifying key concepts, themes, or legal principles present in the texts. For instance, a study analyzing judicial reasoning patterns in environmental law cases might code for references to specific statutes, scientific evidence, or policy considerations. Reliability in coding is crucial and often achieved through intercoder agreement measures. Software tools like Atlas, TI or NVivo can significantly streamline the coding process, especially for large datasets. Content analysis is particularly useful for tracking the evolution of legal concepts over time or across jurisdictions. Thematic analysis and grounded theory. Thematic analysis offers a flexible approach to identifying patterns and themes within legal qualitative data. This method involves a systematic process of familiarization with the data, coding, and theme development. In legal research, thematic analysis can be particularly useful for examining complex phenomena, such as the experiences of marginalized groups within the justice system or the interpretation of human rights in different cultural contexts. The process begins with researchers immersing themselves in the data, reading and rereading transcripts or legal documents. Initial coding involves labeling relevant features of the data, which are then grouped into broader themes. The grounded theory approach offers a robust methodology for developing theory directly from qualitative legal data. This inductive method, characterized by theoretical sampling and constant comparison, is particularly useful for exploring areas of law where existing theories are inadequate or non-existent. The process involves open coding, where researchers identify initial concepts in the data, axial coding, which explores relationships between these concepts, and selective coding, where core categories are developed into a coherent theory. Discourse and narrative analysis. Discourse analysis provides a powerful tool for examining the language and rhetoric employed in legal contexts. This method focuses on how legal meaning is constructed, negotiated, and contested through language. In legal research, discourse analysis can be applied to a wide range of texts, from judicial opinions and legislative debates to legal scholarship and media coverage of legal issues. Critical discourse analysis, a specific approach within this method, is particularly useful for exploring how power relations are manifested and reinforced through legal language. Techniques for discourse analysis include examining word choice, rhetorical devices, and argumentative structures. Narrative analysis offers a unique perspective in legal research by focusing on the stories embedded within legal processes and experiences. This method recognizes the central role of storytelling in law, from courtroom arguments to legislative debates. In legal research, narrative analysis can be applied to various contexts, such as examining client stories in asylum cases, analyzing the narrative structure of judicial opinions, or exploring how legal professionals construct their professional identities through storytelling. Comparative qualitative analysis and software tools. Comparative qualitative analysis offers a systematic approach to examining legal phenomena across different jurisdictions or legal systems. This method is particularly valuable in an increasingly globalized legal landscape, where understanding cross-cultural legal differences and similarities is crucial. Researchers employing this approach must carefully consider issues of comparability, ensuring that the legal concepts or processes being compared are functionally equivalent across different contexts. Developing a robust comparative framework is essential, often involving the creation of matrices or typologies to organize and analyze data. Computer-assisted qualitative data analysis software, CADAs, has revolutionized the landscape of qualitative legal research, offering powerful tools for managing, coding, and analyzing large volumes of textual data. Popular CADAs tools in legal research include NVivo, Atlas, TI, and MaxQDA, each offering unique features suited to different research needs. These software packages facilitate efficient coding processes, allowing researchers to quickly identify and categorize relevant segments of text, ensuring quality and rigor. Maintaining high standards of quality and rigor is paramount in qualitative legal research to ensure the credibility and impact of findings. Trustworthiness in qualitative research is often assessed through criteria such as credibility, transferability, dependability, and confirmability. Strategies for enhancing credibility include member checking, where participants review and validate interpretations, and peer debriefing, involving discussions with colleagues to refine analytical insights. Transferability can be improved through thick description, providing detailed accounts of the research context and findings. Dependability is often demonstrated through careful documentation of the research process, creating an audit trail that allows others to understand and potentially replicate the study. Confirmability involves showing that findings are grounded in the data rather than researcher bias, often achieved through reflexivity exercises and transparent reporting of analytical decisions. Bridging theory and practice. The true value of qualitative legal research lies in its ability to bridge the gap between empirical observations and theoretical frameworks, as well as its potential to inform legal practice and policy. Researchers must carefully consider how their qualitative findings relate to existing legal theories, whether they support, challenge, or extend current understanding. For instance, qualitative insights into how judges interpret statutes in practice might lead to refinements in theories of statutory interpretation. Similarly, studies of legal consciousness among marginalized communities could inform critical legal theories. Translating qualitative findings into policy recommendations requires a careful balance between academic rigor and practical applicability. Researchers might consider developing policy briefs or engaging directly with legal practitioners and policymakers to ensure their findings have real-world impact. In legal education, qualitative research can provide valuable case studies and examples that bring abstract legal concepts to life for students. Conclusion. The array of qualitative data analysis techniques presented in this section offers legal researchers a powerful toolkit for exploring the complexities of law and legal phenomena. From content analysis to narrative approaches, these methods provide means to uncover deep insights that quantitative analyses alone might miss. The rigorous application of these techniques enhances the credibility and impact of legal scholarship, contributing to both theoretical advancements and practical improvements in the legal field. As the legal landscape continues to evolve, proficiency in these qualitative methods becomes increasingly vital for scholars seeking to produce relevant and insightful research. By mastering these techniques, legal researchers can contribute to a more nuanced and comprehensive understanding of law in society, informing policy, practice, and theoretical developments in the field. Basic statistical analysis for quantitative legal studies. Introduction. The integration of basic statistical analysis into quantitative legal studies represents a significant advancement in empirical legal research. While law has traditionally been perceived as a predominantly qualitative discipline, the increasing complexity of legal systems and the availability of vast datasets have necessitated a more quantitative approach. This section elucidates fundamental statistical concepts and techniques tailored specifically for legal studies, providing a robust foundation for more sophisticated quantitative analyses. By employing these methods, legal scholars can uncover patterns, test hypotheses, and draw evidence-based conclusions with enhanced objectivity and generalizability. The application of statistical analysis in legal research not only augments the rigor of empirical investigations but also bridges the gap between legal theory and empirical evidence, contributing to a more comprehensive understanding of legal phenomena. Types of quantitative data in legal research. Dear listeners, quantitative data in legal research encompasses numerical information that can be measured and analyzed statistically. Common types include case outcomes, legislative voting patterns, and demographic data related to legal issues. For instance, a study might examine the correlation between judges' political affiliations and their rulings on environmental cases. Variables in legal quantitative research are categorized as dependent, e.g., case outcomes, independent, e.g., judge characteristics, or control, e.g., jurisdiction. Measurement scales in legal contexts range from nominal, e.g., case types, to ratio, e.g., monetary damages. Data collection methods may include surveys, court record analyses, or experimental designs. The importance of sample size and representativeness cannot be overstated, as they directly impact the validity of findings. Ethical considerations, such as participant confidentiality and data security, are paramount. Operationalization, the process of defining abstract concepts in measurable terms, is crucial in legal quantitative research. Descriptive statistics in legal research. Descriptive statistics serve as a fundamental tool in legal research, offering a concise summary of quantitative data. Measures of central tendency, such as mean, median, and mode, provide insights into typical values within legal datasets. For instance, the mean duration of patent infringement cases might inform policy discussions on court efficiency. Measures of dispersion, including range, variance, and standard deviation, illuminate the spread of data points, crucial for understanding variability in legal phenomena. Frequency distributions are particularly useful in analyzing categorical legal data, such as types of legal claims filed. Percentiles and quartiles can reveal the distribution of data within legal datasets, aiding in the identification of outliers or unusual patterns. Data visualization techniques, such as bar charts for categorical data or histograms for continuous variables, enhance the presentation of descriptive statistics in legal research papers. Inferential statistics and hypothesis testing. Inferential statistics empower legal researchers to draw conclusions about populations based on sample data, a crucial capability in legal studies where examining entire populations is often impractical. The process of hypothesis testing forms the cornerstone of inferential analysis in legal research. For example, a researcher might hypothesize that the implementation of mandatory minimum sentencing laws leads to increased incarceration rates. Setting and interpreting confidence intervals provide a range of plausible values for population parameters, offering nuanced insights beyond point estimates. The concept of statistical significance, typically expressed through p-values, helps researchers determine whether observed effects are likely due to chance or represent genuine phenomena. However, the interpretation of p-values requires caution, as statistical significance does not always equate to practical or legal significance. Type 1 errors, false positives, and Type 2 errors, false negatives, must be carefully considered in legal contexts, where false conclusions could have significant real-world implications. Correlation and regression analysis. Correlation and regression analyses are powerful tools for examining relationships between variables in legal research. While correlation indicates the strength and direction of a relationship, causation implies that changes in one variable directly influence another. For instance, a study might find a strong positive correlation between the number of police officers and crime rates, but this does not necessarily imply that increasing police presence causes crime. Simple linear regression allows researchers to predict one variable based on another, such as forecasting case backlogs based on filing rates. Multiple regression extends this concept to include several predictor variables, enabling more complex analyses of legal phenomena. Interpreting regression coefficients and R-squared values provides insights into the strength and explanatory power of these models. However, researchers must be cautious of violating regression assumptions, such as multicollinearity, which can lead to misleading results. Logistic regression is particularly useful in legal studies for analyzing binary outcomes, such as guilty/not guilty verdicts. Time series and survival analysis. Time series analysis offers valuable insights into temporal patterns and trends in legal phenomena. This technique is particularly relevant for studying the evolution of legal systems, policy impacts, and long-term societal changes. For example, a time series analysis might examine the impact of tort reform legislation on medical malpractice claim rates over several years. Decomposing time series data into trend, seasonal, and cyclical components allows researchers to isolate underlying patterns. Moving averages can smooth out short-term fluctuations, revealing long-term trends in legal data. Forecasting techniques based on time series models enable predictions of future legal trends, although such predictions should be interpreted cautiously given the complex and often unpredictable nature of legal systems. Survival analysis, also known as event history analysis, is a powerful statistical technique for examining time-to-event data in legal research. This method is particularly useful for studying durations, such as time to case resolution or recidivism rates. Meta-analysis and power analysis. Meta-analysis serves as a powerful method for synthesizing findings from multiple quantitative legal studies, offering a comprehensive overview of a particular legal issue or phenomenon. This approach is particularly valuable in areas of law where numerous empirical studies have been conducted, such as the effectiveness of various crime prevention strategies. The process involves calculating effect sizes from individual studies to create a standardized measure of the strength and direction of relationships. Assessing heterogeneity among studies is crucial, as it indicates whether differences in results are due to chance or reflect genuine variations in effects across different contexts. Statistical power, the probability of detecting a true effect when it exists, is a critical consideration in quantitative legal studies. Inadequate power can lead to type 2 errors, failing to detect genuine legal phenomena. Power analysis helps researchers determine the sample size necessary to detect an effect of a given magnitude with a specified level of confidence. Bayesian analysis in legal research. Bayesian analysis offers a compelling alternative to traditional frequentist approaches in legal research, particularly in contexts where prior knowledge or expert opinion can inform statistical analyses. This approach revolves around updating prior probabilities with new evidence to arrive at posterior probabilities. In legal contexts, Bayesian methods can be especially useful for evaluating the strength of evidence or the probability of certain case outcomes. For example, Bayesian analysis might be employed to assess the probability of guilt given multiple pieces of forensic evidence. Bayesian hypothesis testing allows researchers to compare the relative support for different hypotheses, rather than simply rejecting or failing to reject a null hypothesis. Bayes factors, which quantify the evidence in favor of one hypothesis over another, provide a nuanced way of interpreting results. Bayesian networks offer a powerful tool for modeling complex legal reasoning processes, accounting for multiple interdependent factors. Ethical considerations in quantitative legal analysis. Ethical considerations are paramount in quantitative legal analysis, given the potential impact of research findings on legal policy and practice. Transparency in reporting statistical methods and results is crucial for enabling peer review and replication. Researchers must carefully handle and protect sensitive legal data, ensuring participant anonymity in data security. Strategies for maintaining confidentiality might include data aggregation or the use of pseudonyms. Interpreting and presenting statistical findings require ethical judgment, as researchers must balance the imperative to report results accurately with the responsibility to avoid misinterpretation or misuse of statistics in legal contexts. For instance, correlational findings should not be overstated as causal relationships. Addressing potential biases in quantitative legal analysis is essential, whether these biases stem from data collection methods, sample selection, or researcher preconceptions. The practice of multiple hypothesis testing in legal research raises ethical concerns, as it increases the risk of false positive findings. Conclusion. Basic statistical analysis in quantitative legal studies offers a powerful toolkit for enhancing the rigor and objectivity of legal research. From descriptive statistics to advanced techniques like Bayesian analysis, these methods enable researchers to uncover patterns, test hypotheses, and draw evidence-based conclusions about legal phenomena. However, the application of statistical techniques in law requires careful consideration of methodological choices, interpretation of results, and ethical implications. Legal researchers must develop strong statistical skills while maintaining a critical perspective on the limitations of quantitative methods in capturing the full complexity of legal issues. The most impactful legal research often emerges from the judicious integration of statistical analysis with legal theory and qualitative insights, providing a comprehensive understanding of legal phenomena and informing evidence-based policy and practice. Using data analysis software in legal research, e.g., SPSS, NVivo. Introduction. The advent of sophisticated data analysis software has revolutionized the landscape of legal research, offering unprecedented capabilities for processing, analyzing, and visualizing complex datasets. As empirical and mixed methods approaches gain prominence in legal scholarship, proficiency in research software has become an indispensable skill for contemporary legal researchers. This section elucidates the application of popular data analysis software in legal studies, encompassing both quantitative tools such as SPSS and qualitative platforms like NVivo. These software packages not only enhance the efficiency and accuracy of data analysis but also enable researchers to handle large datasets, perform intricate statistical procedures, and generate compelling visualizations. By leveraging these technological advancements, legal scholars can uncover nuanced patterns, test sophisticated hypotheses, and present their findings with greater clarity and impact. Overview of data analysis software in legal research. The integration of specialized software into legal research methodologies has transformed the way scholars approach data analysis, offering enhanced capabilities for both quantitative and qualitative investigations. Common types of data analysis software employed in legal studies include statistical packages, e.g., SPSS, Stata, qualitative analysis tools, e.g., NVivo, Atlas, TI, and versatile platforms supporting mixed methods research, e.g., R. These software solutions provide numerous benefits, including the ability to process large volumes of data efficiently, perform complex statistical analyses, and generate sophisticated visualizations. For instance, in a study examining the factors influencing judicial decision-making, researchers might use SPSS to conduct logistic regression analyses on a dataset of case outcomes. The choice of appropriate software is crucial and should be guided by the specific research questions, data types, and analytical requirements of each study. While there is often a learning curve associated with mastering these tools, many universities offer training programs and licenses for popular research software. SPSS for quantitative legal analysis. SPSS, Statistical Package for the Social Sciences, stands as a cornerstone tool for quantitative analysis in legal research, offering a user-friendly interface coupled with powerful statistical capabilities. The software's data view and variable view windows facilitate efficient data entry and variable coding, crucial for organizing complex legal datasets. When importing data, researchers can easily integrate information from various sources, including court records, surveys, and public databases. SPSS provides robust features for data cleaning and preparation, essential for ensuring the accuracy of subsequent analyses. Variable transformation tools allow researchers to recode data, create composite variables, and handle missing values effectively. In the context of legal research, these functions are particularly useful for operationalizing abstract legal concepts into measurable variables. For descriptive statistical analysis, SPSS offers a range of options, from basic frequency distributions to more advanced measures of central tendency and dispersion. Inferential statistical tests, such as t-tests, ANOVA, and chi-square tests, can be conducted to examine relationships between variables in legal datasets. SPSS's regression module supports various regression techniques, including linear, logistic, and multinomial regression, enabling researchers to model complex legal phenomena. Advanced features like time series analysis are valuable for longitudinal studies of legal trends. NVivo for qualitative legal research. NVivo has emerged as a leading software solution for qualitative analysis in legal research, offering a comprehensive platform for organizing, analyzing, and visualizing non-numerical data. The software's intuitive workspace allows researchers to import a wide array of data types, including legal documents, interview transcripts, and multimedia files. NVivo's coding functionality enables researchers to systematically categorize and analyze textual data, a process crucial for identifying themes and patterns in legal materials. For instance, a study examining the evolution of privacy law might use NVivo to code and analyze a corpus of court decisions and legislative documents. The software's hierarchical coding structure facilitates the development of sophisticated coding schemes, allowing researchers to capture the nuances of legal concepts and arguments. NVivo's query tools enable researchers to explore relationships between codes and sources, uncovering patterns that might not be apparent through manual analysis. The software's visualization features, such as mind maps and word clouds, provide powerful ways to represent qualitative findings visually. For collaborative projects, NVivo offers robust team-based research capabilities, allowing multiple researchers to work on the same project simultaneously. R and RStudio for advanced legal data analysis. R has gained significant traction in legal research circles due to its flexibility, power, and extensive library of statistical and graphical tools. As an open-source programming language, R offers a cost-effective solution for advanced data analysis in legal studies. The RStudio Integrated Development Environment (IDE) provides a user-friendly interface for R programming, making it accessible to researchers with varying levels of coding experience. R's data import capabilities are particularly valuable for legal researchers dealing with diverse data sources, from structured databases to unstructured text files. The language's data manipulation packages, such as dplyr and titer, enable efficient cleaning and restructuring of legal datasets. R's statistical capabilities span from basic descriptive statistics to advanced techniques like multilevel modeling, crucial for analyzing nested data structures common in legal research, e.g., cases within jurisdictions. The ggplot2 package offers powerful data visualization options, allowing researchers to create sophisticated graphs that effectively communicate complex legal patterns. R's text mining capabilities, accessible through packages like Quantata, are particularly relevant for analyzing large corpora of legal documents. The language's emphasis on reproducible research aligns well with growing demands for transparency in legal scholarship. Atlas TI for mixed methods legal research. Atlas TI offers a robust platform for mixed methods analysis in legal research, bridging the gap between qualitative and quantitative approaches. The software's interface is designed to accommodate various data types, from legal texts to numerical datasets, making it ideal for comprehensive legal studies. Atlas. TI's coding tools allow researchers to perform detailed qualitative analysis of legal documents, while its quantitative content analysis features enable the systematic examination of large text corpora. For instance, a study on international human rights law might use Atlas TI to code qualitative data from treaty texts and quantitatively analyze patterns in state compliance reports. The software's Network View feature facilitates the development of conceptual models, allowing researchers to visualize relationships between legal concepts and themes. Atlas TI's query tool supports complex Boolean searches across coded data, enabling researchers to test hypotheses and explore patterns in their analysis. For comparative legal studies, the software's document comparison tool is particularly valuable, allowing side-by-side analysis of different legal texts or case decisions. Atlas TI's collaboration features support team-based research projects, crucial for large-scale legal studies involving multiple jurisdictions or legal systems. Specialized legal research software. The legal research landscape has been enriched by the development of specialized software tools designed to address the unique needs of legal scholars and practitioners. Case analysis software, such as CaseText AI, employs artificial intelligence to identify relevant precedents and analyze legal arguments, significantly expediting the research process. Citation management tools like Zotero have been adapted for legal research, offering features for organizing case law, statutes, and secondary sources. In the realm of document analysis, software solutions for contract review and due diligence leverage natural language processing to extract key information from legal documents efficiently. E-discovery software has become indispensable in both legal practice and research, enabling the analysis of vast electronic datasets in litigation contexts. Established legal research platforms like Westlaw and LexisNexis have evolved to incorporate advanced analytics features, allowing researchers to track legal trends and predict case outcomes. For legislative research, specialized tools facilitate the analysis of bill histories and statutory interpretation across jurisdictions. In intellectual property law, patent analysis software provides capabilities for examining patent landscapes and identifying technological trends. Data visualization tools for legal research. Data visualization has become an increasingly crucial aspect of legal research, enhancing the communication of complex findings and patterns. Tools like Tableau and Microsoft Power BI offer user-friendly interfaces for creating interactive visualizations of legal data. When developing charts and graphs for legal publications, researchers must consider the specific requirements of law journals and ensure that visualizations effectively convey key insights without oversimplification. Interactive visualizations, particularly valuable for online legal resources, allow users to explore data dynamically, providing a more engaging and informative experience. Network visualization tools are especially relevant for mapping legal relationships, such as citation networks or co-authorship patterns in legal scholarship. Timeline visualizations offer powerful ways to represent historical legal developments or the progression of landmark cases through the court system. Geographic Information Systems, GIS, have found applications in various areas of legal research, from analyzing spatial patterns of crime to mapping the jurisdictional reach of legal institutions. Text visualization techniques, including word clouds and topic modeling visualizations, can reveal patterns in large corpora of legal documents. Big data techniques in legal research. The proliferation of big data in legal contexts presents both opportunities and challenges for researchers. Handling large legal datasets requires specialized techniques and tools to ensure efficient processing and analysis. Database management systems play a crucial role in organizing and querying extensive collections of legal data, from case records to legislative histories. Data cleaning and pre-processing are essential steps in preparing large legal datasets for analysis, often involving techniques such as deduplication, standardization of formats, and handling of missing values. Dimensionality reduction techniques, such as principal component analysis, can be valuable for distilling key features from high-dimensional legal datasets. Big data applications in legal studies span various areas, from analyzing patterns in judicial decision-making across thousands of cases to examining trends in legislative activity over extended periods. Ethical considerations are paramount when working with large legal datasets, particularly concerning privacy and data protection. Researchers must implement robust data security measures, especially when dealing with sensitive legal information. Cloud computing resources offer scalable solutions for processing and analyzing large legal datasets, though researchers must carefully consider data sovereignty and compliance issues. Integrating multiple software tools in legal research. The complexity of modern legal research often necessitates the integration of multiple software tools to address diverse analytical needs. Developing effective workflows that incorporate various software packages requires careful planning and a clear understanding of each tool's strengths and limitations. Data transfer between qualitative and quantitative software platforms is a common challenge, often requiring intermediate steps to ensure data integrity and compatibility. For instance, a researcher might use NVivo for initial qualitative coding of legal documents, export the coded data to SPSS for statistical analysis, and then use Tableau for final data visualization. Maintaining data consistency across multiple tools is crucial, often necessitating the use of standardized data formats and rigorous documentation practices. The integration of specialized legal software with general analysis tools can enhance the depth and breadth of legal research projects. For example, combining e-discovery software outputs with statistical analysis in R can yield insights into large-scale litigation patterns. Collaborative research projects using multiple tools require clear protocols for data sharing and version control. Researchers should document their multi-tool processes meticulously to ensure reproducibility and facilitate peer review. Ethical and legal considerations in software-assisted legal research. The use of data analysis software in legal research introduces a range of ethical and legal considerations that researchers must carefully navigate. Ensuring data privacy and security is paramount, particularly when dealing with sensitive legal information such as court records or confidential interviews. Researchers must obtain informed consent from participants when collecting data for software-assisted analysis, clearly explaining how the data will be processed and stored. Anonymization techniques within software environments are crucial for protecting individual privacy, especially in studies involving vulnerable populations or sensitive legal issues. The choice between proprietary and open-source software carries legal implications, including licensing restrictions and obligations regarding the sharing of derived data or analyses. Ethical dilemmas may arise in software-assisted legal research, such as the potential for algorithmic bias in AI-powered analysis tools or the risk of over-relying on automated insights at the expense of nuanced legal interpretation. Transparency in reporting software use is essential for research integrity, requiring detailed documentation of analytical procedures and software versions in publications. Researchers bear the responsibility for critically interpreting software-generated results, considering potential limitations and biases inherent in the tools. Interpreting and discussing research results. Introduction. Dear listeners, the interpretation and discussion of research results constitute a pivotal phase in legal studies, transforming raw data into meaningful insights that contribute to the advancement of legal knowledge. This critical process requires a nuanced understanding of both the research methodology employed and the broader legal context within which the study is situated. Effective interpretation demands a balanced approach, combining objective analysis with a deep appreciation of the complexities inherent in legal phenomena. This section elucidates strategies for analyzing results objectively, connecting findings to research questions, and situating outcomes within the broader legal discourse. The importance of clear, honest, and thorough discussion of research findings cannot be overstated, as it forms the foundation for advancing legal scholarship and informing practice. Approaches to result interpretation in legal research. Result interpretation in legal research is a multifaceted process that requires careful consideration of various contextual factors. Researchers must begin by revisiting their initial research questions and hypotheses, ensuring that the interpretation aligns with the study's original objectives. A thorough review of the methodological approach is essential, as it provides the framework within which results can be understood and validated. Researchers must also be mindful of the study's limitations, acknowledging how these constraints may influence the interpretation of findings. This slide shows that the theoretical underpinnings of the research play a crucial role in shaping interpretation, providing a lens through which results can be analyzed and contextualized within the broader legal landscape. For instance, a study examining judicial decision-making might interpret results differently depending on whether it adopts a legal realist or formalist theoretical framework. Maintaining objectivity during the interpretation process is paramount, requiring researchers to consciously manage their biases and preconceptions. This can be achieved through strategies such as peer debriefing and reflexive journaling. It is crucial to distinguish between statistical significance and practical significance, particularly in quantitative legal studies where large sample sizes may lead to statistically significant results that lack real-world relevance. Analyzing quantitative results in legal studies. The analysis of quantitative results in legal research demands a rigorous and methodical approach. When interpreting descriptive statistics, researchers must consider the legal context and the practical implications of measures such as means, medians, and standard deviations. For instance, in a study of sentencing patterns, a high standard deviation might indicate significant disparities in judicial decision-making, warranting further investigation. Inferential statistical results require careful interpretation, with particular attention paid to p-values and confidence intervals. While p-values below 0.05 are traditionally considered statistically significant, legal researchers should avoid over-relying on this threshold and instead consider the magnitude of effects and their practical significance. Effect sizes, such as Cohen's d or odds ratios, provide valuable information about the strength of relationships between variables and should be reported alongside significance tests. Non-significant results should not be dismissed but rather discussed in terms of their implications for the research hypotheses and existing legal theories. When interpreting regression analyses, researchers must consider both the statistical significance of individual predictors and their substantive impact on the outcome variable. It is essential to contextualize quantitative findings within the broader legal framework, considering how numerical results translate into meaningful legal insights or policy implications. Interpreting qualitative findings in legal research. Qualitative findings in legal studies offer rich, nuanced insights that require careful interpretation to extract their full value. When analyzing themes and patterns in qualitative legal data, researchers must balance the need for abstraction with the preservation of contextual details that give the data its depth. For instance, in a study of legal professionals' experiences with alternative dispute resolution, themes such as efficiency or fairness should be interpreted not just as abstract concepts but as lived experiences grounded in specific contexts. Narrative analysis in legal research requires attention to both the content of stories and the way they are constructed and presented. This approach can be particularly valuable in studies of legal consciousness or experiences of marginalized groups within the legal system. Discourse analysis results should be interpreted with consideration of power dynamics and socio-legal contexts, recognizing how language both reflects and constructs legal realities. When interpreting results from grounded theory studies, researchers must articulate how the emergent theory relates to existing legal concepts and frameworks. It is crucial to provide thick descriptions and illustrative quotes to support interpretations, allowing readers to assess the credibility of the analysis. Researchers should also be transparent about the iterative nature of qualitative interpretation, acknowledging how their understanding of the data evolved throughout the analysis process. Aligning results with research questions and hypotheses. The process of aligning research results with initial questions and hypotheses is crucial for maintaining the coherence and focus of legal studies. Researchers should systematically address each research question, explicitly stating how the findings provide answers or insights. For instance, in a study examining the impact of mandatory minimum sentencing laws, researchers might structure their discussion around each specific question posed at the outset, such as effects on incarceration rates, racial disparities, and recidivism. When evaluating hypotheses, it is important to consider not only whether the results support or refute the initial predictions but also the strength of the evidence and any nuances or conditions that emerged during the analysis. Results that do not directly answer research questions should not be ignored but rather discussed in terms of their potential implications or as springboards for future research. Unexpected findings may necessitate a reframing of research questions or the development of new hypotheses, demonstrating the iterative nature of legal research. For example, a study initially focused on the deterrent effect of punitive damages might uncover unexpected findings about their impact on corporate behavior, leading to new research questions about the role of civil litigation in corporate governance. Researchers should be transparent about any deviations from the original research plan and explain how these changes affected the study's outcomes. Situating results within existing legal literature. Situating research results within the existing body of legal literature is essential for demonstrating the study's contribution to legal knowledge. Researchers should identify points of convergence and divergence with previous studies, explaining how their findings support, challenge, or extend current understanding. For example, a study on the effectiveness of restorative justice programs might compare its results with existing literature on recidivism rates and victim satisfaction, highlighting any novel insights or contradictions. When addressing gaps in the literature, researchers should explicitly state how their findings contribute to filling these voids, whether by providing empirical evidence for theoretical claims or by exploring previously understudied aspects of legal phenomena. Results that challenge established legal theories or doctrines should be discussed with particular care, articulating the implications for existing frameworks and suggesting potential revisions or new theoretical approaches. It is important to consider the broader implications of the research findings for legal scholarship, practice, and policy. Researchers should discuss how their results contribute to ongoing debates in the field and suggest avenues for future research. The discussion should also address any methodological innovations or limitations that may have influenced the results, contextualizing the study's contribution within the evolving landscape of legal research methodologies. Translating results into legal practice and policy implications. Translating research results into implications for legal practice and policy is a critical step in bridging the gap between academic research and real-world applications. Researchers should carefully consider how their findings might inform or challenge current legal frameworks, identifying potential areas for reform or improvement. For example, a study revealing disparities in the application of specific legal doctrines might suggest the need for clearer judicial guidelines or legislative amendments. When developing policy recommendations based on research findings, it is essential to balance academic insights with practical feasibility, considering potential implementation challenges and stakeholder concerns. Researchers should also analyze their results in light of current legal debates and ongoing policy discussions, demonstrating how the findings contribute to these broader conversations. Communicating research implications to legal practitioners and policymakers often requires a different approach than academic writing, emphasizing clarity, conciseness, and practical relevance. It may be beneficial to develop separate policy briefs or executive summaries that distill key findings and recommendations for non-academic audiences. Researchers should also consider the potential unintended consequences of their recommendations and discuss strategies for mitigating any negative impacts. Where appropriate, researchers might propose pilot studies or phased implementation approaches to test the efficacy of their recommendations in real-world legal contexts. Addressing research limitations and future directions. Acknowledging and discussing research limitations is crucial for maintaining the integrity and credibility of legal studies. Researchers should transparently address potential weaknesses in their methodology, data collection, or analysis, explaining how these factors might impact the interpretation of results. For example, a study relying on a small sample size or focused on a specific jurisdiction should explicitly discuss the limitations on generalizability. Methodological limitations, such as potential selection bias or measurement issues, should be clearly articulated, along with efforts made to mitigate these concerns. When discussing sample-related limitations, researchers might suggest how future studies could address these issues, perhaps by expanding the sample size or diversity. Addressing potential confounding variables is particularly important in legal research, where complex social, political, and economic factors often intersect. Researchers should consider and discuss alternative explanations for their findings, demonstrating a comprehensive and critical approach to result interpretation. The discussion of limitations naturally leads to recommendations for future research. Researchers should outline specific areas where further investigation is needed, suggesting methodological improvements, alternative theoretical frameworks, or new research questions that emerge from their findings. This forward-looking perspective helps to situate the current study within the ongoing trajectory of legal scholarship and encourages continued exploration of important legal issues. Visual representation of results in legal research. Effective visual representation of results is increasingly important in legal research, enhancing the clarity and impact of complex findings. Researchers should carefully select appropriate charts, graphs, and tables that best convey their data, considering both the nature of the information and the target audience. For quantitative results, bar charts or line graphs might effectively illustrate trends or comparisons, while scatter plots can reveal relationships between variables. In qualitative legal research, conceptual models or thematic maps can visually represent the relationships between key themes or concepts identified in the analysis. For example, a study on the evolution of privacy law might use a timeline infographic to illustrate key legislative and judicial milestones. Flowcharts can be particularly useful in representing legal processes or decision-making pathways, such as illustrating the stages of alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. When presenting spatial data, such as in studies of environmental law or jurisdictional issues, maps can provide powerful visual insights. Researchers should ensure that all visual representations are clear, accurately labeled, and accompanied by explanatory captions. It is also important to consider accessibility, ensuring that visualizations are interpretable by individuals with color vision deficiencies and that they translate well to both digital and print formats. Interdisciplinary implications of legal research results. The increasingly interdisciplinary nature of legal research necessitates a broad perspective when discussing research implications. Researchers should identify and articulate the relevance of their findings to related disciplines such as economics, psychology, sociology, or political science. For instance, a study on the effectiveness of environmental regulations might discuss implications for environmental science and public policy. When exploring cross-disciplinary relevance, it is important to consider how legal findings might challenge or support theories and practices in other fields. Collaborating with experts from other disciplines during the interpretation phase can provide valuable insights and enhance the breadth of the discussion. Researchers should be mindful of methodological differences across disciplines, explaining legal approaches in a way that is accessible to non-legal academics. Interdisciplinary implications might also involve exploring how technological or scientific advancements intersect with legal findings, such as the impact of artificial intelligence on legal decision-making processes or the role of genetic evidence in criminal justice systems. Ethical considerations in interpreting and discussing legal research results. Ethical considerations play a crucial role in the interpretation and discussion of legal research results. Researchers have a fundamental responsibility to report findings accurately and transparently, avoiding any misrepresentation or selective reporting that could mislead readers or policymakers. When dealing with sensitive or controversial findings, such as those related to discrimination in the legal system, researchers must balance the imperative to report truthfully with an awareness of potential social implications. Maintaining participant confidentiality in result presentation is paramount, particularly in studies involving vulnerable populations or sensitive legal issues. Researchers should carefully consider how to present findings that may have negative implications, such as results that suggest ineffectiveness of certain legal interventions or policies. When discussing results that challenge legal or social norms, researchers must articulate their findings clearly while acknowledging the complex contexts within which legal systems operate. Particular care should be taken when interpreting results that may affect ongoing legal cases or policies, ensuring that the discussion does not inappropriately influence legal proceedings. Researchers should also be transparent about any conflicts of interest or funding sources that might influence the interpretation or presentation of results. In conclusion, the interpretation and discussion of research results in legal studies is a complex and critical process that demands rigorous analysis, contextual understanding, and ethical consideration. By employing strategies for objective analysis, connecting findings to research questions, and situating results within the broader legal and interdisciplinary discourse, researchers can maximize the impact and relevance of their work. The effective communication of results, including thoughtful use of visual representations and consideration of practical implications, is essential for bridging the gap between academic research and legal practice. As legal scholars continue to grapple with increasingly complex and multifaceted research questions, the ability to interpret and discuss results with clarity, depth, and ethical integrity remains paramount in advancing the field of legal studies. Creating effective tables and figures for legal publications. Introduction. Visual representation of data in legal publications enhances clarity, accessibility, and impact of research findings. Well-designed tables and figures summarize complex information, illustrate trends, and make legal arguments more comprehensible. In legal scholarship, where intricate concepts and voluminous data are common, visual aids significantly augment communication effectiveness. This section explains principles of design, selection of appropriate visual formats, and best practices for creating tables and figures tailored for legal audiences. The challenge lies in balancing visual appeal with the rigorous accuracy demanded by legal research contexts. Purposes of visual elements in legal publications. Visual elements in legal publications serve multiple purposes beyond aesthetic enhancement. Tables and figures offer concise summaries of complex data, enabling quick comprehension of key information. For example, a table comparing statutory provisions across jurisdictions can elucidate legal distinctions efficiently. Figures, such as flowcharts depicting litigation procedures, clarify complex legal processes at a glance. Visuals enhance comprehension of multifaceted legal concepts when integrated into the narrative flow of arguments. In comparative legal studies, visuals highlight cross-jurisdictional similarities and differences, exemplified by comparative charts in international human rights law analyses. Effective table design in legal publications requires clarity, precision, and logical data organization. Well-structured tables should have clear titles, informative headers, and systematically arranged data. Complex hierarchies can be addressed through subheaders and indentation. Statistical data presentation should indicate significance levels. Footnoting and sourcing within tables maintain academic rigor. Concise yet comprehensive captions allow readers to understand content without referring to the main text. Balancing detail and readability involves careful consideration of font size, spacing, and dividing lines. Types of figures in legal publications. Figures in legal publications include various visual representations suited to specific data types and analytical purposes. Bar charts and line graphs illustrate trends over time, while pie charts display proportional data. Scatter plots demonstrate correlations in empirical studies. Color usage should be deliberate and meaningful, enhancing data presentation while remaining interpretable in grayscale. Conceptual models benefit from clear, hierarchical layouts with logical flow. Flowcharts represent legal processes or decision-making pathways. Maps illustrate jurisdictional boundaries or the spatial impact of laws and policies in legal spatial analyses. Effective data visualization in legal contexts requires understanding design principles and legal audience needs. Appropriate scales and axes prevent visual distortion of trends. Data labels and legends provide context without clutter. Error bars or confidence intervals represent uncertainty in empirical studies. Avoiding data distortion is paramount, such as starting bar charts at 0. Innovative techniques like tree maps or network graphs offer fresh perspectives. Multi-panel figures compare different datasets or present results from multiple analyses, such as contrasting legal reform effects across jurisdictions. Software tools for creating tables and figures. Selecting appropriate software tools is crucial for creating high-quality tables and figures in legal research. Microsoft Excel is popular for basic table and chart creation. Advanced data visualization tools like Tableau or R's ggplot2 package offer powerful features. Vector graphics software such as Adobe Illustrator or Inkscape are valuable for designing conceptual diagrams. Mind mapping tools help develop conceptual frameworks in legal theory. GIS software is essential for legal spatial visualizations. Online infographic tools create visually appealing research summaries. Statistical packages like SPSS or Stata include robust graphing capabilities. LaTeX provides control over table layout and typography. Software choice should consider compatibility with publication requirements. Adapting visuals for different media. The proliferation of digital publishing platforms alongside print formats necessitates adapting visuals for various media. Print publications require high resolution and color fidelity. Digital formats offer opportunities for interactive and dynamic visualizations. Color choices must be effective in both full color and grayscale. Presentation visuals need simplicity and legibility at a distance. Complex visuals may need simplification for space-limited publications. Mobile device accessibility requires responsive design principles. SVG format provides flexibility across digital platforms. Ebook compatibility may require table redesign for reflowable text formats. Ethical considerations in visual representation of legal research are profound due to potential impacts on policy, practice, and jurisprudence. Accuracy is paramount, even minor distortions can lead to misinterpretation. Techniques to avoid misleading presentations include using consistent scales, clear labeling, and providing context. Balancing transparency with privacy concerns is crucial when visualizing sensitive data. Fairness in comparative representations, especially across jurisdictions, is essential. Researchers should be mindful of potential biases in visualization choices. Transparently representing data limitations is an ethical imperative. Handling outliers requires careful consideration to avoid distorting overall trends. Integration of visual elements into legal manuscripts. Effective integration of visual elements into legal manuscripts requires thoughtful placement, referencing, and balance with text. Tables and figures should align with their discussion in the text, typically following first mention. Clear referencing guides reader attention. Visuals should support textual arguments without replacing substantive analysis. In theoretical texts, judiciously placed visuals can improve readability. Large or complex visuals may require special handling, such as inclusion in appendices. Maintaining visual consistency throughout a document contributes to a professional presentation. Quantitative data presentation in legal research requires consideration of statistical principles and communication strategies. Bar charts or histograms illustrate distributions of legal phenomena. Forest plots display effect sizes and confidence intervals in meta-analyses. Regression analyses use scatter plots with fitted lines. Time series data are represented through line graphs or area charts. Categorical data use pie charts or stacked bar charts. Grouped bar charts or heat maps highlight cross-jurisdictional comparisons. Combining visual elements like bar height with error bars provides comprehensive data views. Funnel plots assess publication bias in meta-analyses. Qualitative data visualization in legal research. Qualitative data visualization in legal research presents unique challenges in conveying complex, non-numerical information. Thematic analyses use hierarchical tree diagrams or sunburst charts to illustrate relationships between themes. Concept maps depict theoretical frameworks, showing interconnections between legal concepts. Matrix displays or comparative timelines highlight similarities across cases or jurisdictions. Word clouds offer quick insights into frequently occurring terms in legal texts. Network diagrams represent complex legal relationships, such as citation networks. Timeline visualizations illustrate the evolution of legal doctrines. Visual taxonomies clarify hierarchical relationships in legal classification systems. Thank you for the attention.